mayohosko coming to you at 60 frames per second in 4K resolution. No sugar, no filler, just real whole egg, and welcome to my channel. Hello and welcome to the third episode of the Transocean stream. A bunch of us have plans for this Easter Saturday, but you got your boys, me, mayohosko, and JDP builds, as always, the usual suspects. But to make their debut on the Transocean stream and their debut on the mayohosko channel, we got X-Knight Xerox. Welcome.
Welcome.
Can you hear us? Is there a delay in the audio?
I don't know. It's perfectly fine on my end.
I don't think he can hear us. I think we're having technical difficulties on his end. Holden in the chat can hear us fine.
Hey, Holden.
Yeah, I think we're having major technical difficulties on his end. So, you know what that means. We're going to work through these kinks.
Yep. Okay.
So I'll just get the ball rolling, and I'll ask JDP the 3 questions. So answer the 3 questions.
Well, my week was good. Busy week at work. Glad it was a short week, though. Had a bunch of live streams today. Or not today, the past week. Did my review video for the Superstar Destroyer back on Wednesday. And then as far as new Lego, I got 2 Bricklink orders in, and I went to an in-person store that sells, retired sets, new sets, and also bulk Lego. So I also went there and got some bulk Lego too. 2
No.
Bricklink stores I went to were St. Albert Bricks and Brick Your Best Life, and then the in-person store is called the Brick Bin. So I got a couple pick-a-brick cups. Of course, these are my own personal pick-a-brick cups because I put my sticker on them.
Nice. So I'll answer them. I haven't bought any new Lego this week because I bought a wooden railway item on eBay instead. I was frantically finishing a university assignment, so that took up the majority of my time this week, and I had, well, I think I've course corrected my YouTube algorithm where all my videos are getting, where a certain formula of my videos are getting more than 100 views in the first 48 hours again. So we'll let those bugs work themselves out on YouTube.
Nice.
I can hear my audio through your end, X-Knight Xerox. Can you not hear us?
No. That's me. I couldn't hear anybody.
Weird.
Well, we can hear you now. Can you hear us? I guess we're still having technical difficulties. Anyway,
I bet you his mic is muted on the.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Happy Easter, everybody.
Happy Easter.
Exactly, Zelda.
There we go.
You good?
Can you hear us now?
Now I can hear you.
There
Okay,
you
good.
go.
What do you think was going wrong with your computer just then?
I was going through my computer and going through this at the same time. Going through my phone.
Okay, so is it working on your phone but not on your computer?
Yeah. I had to turn up my volume. Unfortunately, I can't turn around my camera now.
Yeah.
Yeah. That kind of sucks.
Anyway, so welcome to the mayohosko channel. This is episode 3 of the Transocean stream. We're going to get Miss Ambie on later, scheduled for 8 p.m. in the United Kingdom, which will be at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. No, sorry, 3 p.m. No, sorry, 2 p.m. Mountain, which will be 6:30 a.m. for me, is when we'll get Miss Ambie on, because I had arranged to do something with her.
Okay.
So I'm guessing most of our viewers today might not know who you are, X-Knight Zorok. So do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do online?
So I also build Lego. I built it on my own channel at like 8:30 a.m. on Central Time. I build like 500 pieces a day. I just have fun with my followers. We laugh, we chill. It's basically just a very, very chill stream. That's what we just it's all about fun. No politics, no religion, no hate speech, none of that.
Yeah.
It's all about building.
Yeah. And so, as we do every week, we ask people, we ask people, did they buy any Lego? How was your week? And do you have any news about your social media or your Lego projects? So you can answer those questions in any order.
I gotta prop this up.
Yep.
You know, JDP, you can communicate with us, because no one's going to overpower your voice this episode.
Oh, fair enough. I was just giving everyone a chance to talk and just like putting those in the chat.
Yeah. So we'd like to know your answers. You can answer them in any order that you want. That's how we get to know people on the stream each week.
Yep.
So once again, I'll ask you, how was your week? Do you have any news about your social media or your Lego collection? And did you buy any new Lego? I'm guessing he can't hear us again.
Who? Me?
You. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm asking
me.
you.
Oh yeah. I bought a bunch of Lego, man. I took advantage of that Easter sale.
Nice.
Yeah, I bought like 9 sets.
Oh wow.
I bought a bunch of sets, man.
Nice.
I bought all the sets are on, like 9 sets are on sale.
Okay.
I got the Wednesday and Enid's dorm room. I got like the Mandrake. I got a couple of Technic sets. I got the Travel Moments set for my sister that I'm gonna build for her. So whenever she goes on a vacation, she can like post where she went to. Other than that, it's been a great week.
Nice.
Right now, I'm building the. I know you saw it. The 6,000 piece Taj Mahal set.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I tried to move it, and it didn't work out too well. It crashed and burned. It fell apart, and it spent like 45 minutes trying to put it back together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a scare. Yeah, that wasn't too good. I tried to move it from my table over to another table, and yeah, that wasn't too good. I shouldn't have done that without some help. that was a fright. So next time I move it, I'm gonna ask for help, because those towers that I built, they fell down and went.
Oh,
I went, no, dude, and everything just came apart, and I was scared. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's see who's in the chat. So we have Holden's Lego, Zissou Sultan Fuss, JDP, who is on the panel right now, Miss Ambie, Clicking Cliff, Yo, and General Tron so far. So because of these people, we have a few things to do right off the bat. And also,
Mayo is frozen on the stream. That is so hilarious. Look at him. Everybody's talking. He's frozen. Super focused, Mayo. Super focused. Look at him. Yep. If you move, you'll give us Lego.
So if anyone doesn't know, we had a bunch of decommitments for today's stream for various reasons. So never too old for Lego, Carsten Bricks, and Silent Mode are busy. They have Easter Saturday plans today. Britain Bricks has decommitted from the Transocean stream entirely because his work schedule has changed, so he's working on Saturdays now. But we're still holding down the fort, so hopefully they'll be back next week because next week we'll be having early celebrations for my birthday.
Nice.
And there's 4 people that either Silent Mode or Carsten added to our private text channel on Discord, and X-Knight Xerox is one of them because he's a streamer that they're friends with, and they introduced me to him about 2 days ago. So I was running up and down the Discord comms, seeing if any of those 4 wanted to come on and make their debut. And X-Knight Xerox confirmed, which is why you can find the links for his YouTube and his Instagram links for them in the description below.
To make it easier, you can just call me Knight.
Okay.
Yeah,
we'll call him
just call me Knight. Yeah, you just call me Knight. Yeah.
Anyway, so since it's we got an expression of interest from another one of those other 4 people. So I told them 2 p.m. Central, but they're not here, so they probably skipped town on us. But oh well, this is what you got to do. The show must go on, and when the show doesn't go on, when everyone decommits, because I'll be honest, we would have skipped this week's episode and I would have just straight up done a one-on-one hangout with Miss Ambie instead if JDP hadn't committed to this stream. And we're fortunate that we've got a trio because Knight chose to make his debut on episode 3.
Of course.
Yeah, I've been calling you Tron for over a month now. Also, hello, Owen, the Lego Master. Good to see everyone here today.
Hey, Owen.
Because eventually, with eventually, I wanna grow this stream into at its peak 20 viewers watching, but that'll happen eventually once we get the press out there.
Yeah, it takes time.
Yeah, so everyone in the chat, let us know your plans for Easter. My plans for Easter is avoiding the plans of everything that my family's doing. Plans.
I'm going to my mom's tomorrow for dinner.
It's on YouTube.
So let us know your Easter plans in the comments below. And
I'm spending with family.
Yes, you guys both spending Easter with your families?
Yeah, I'm spending with family.
Yep.
They're just coming over. Have a good dinner.
Yes. I'm going to my mom's tomorrow.
How do you share this on YouTube? I feel dumb.
How do you share what?
How do you share this video on YouTube? Wait.
I'm not sure what that means.
The stream we're doing right now.
This is through StreamYard streaming software.
I know. I pulled up the video on YouTube YouTube right now.
Oh, look for the
share part. Is that what it is? Because I want to share it with everybody that's on my channel right now, so they tune in right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there should be either a share button or 3 dots underneath the screen on a YouTube browser that has the option to share. And then once you tap that option to share, there should be an option to share it as a community post on your channel.
Oh, so create post.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
There you go.
Got it.
Create post
Cool.
tool on YouTube.
Nice. Okay. That's what I wanted. I wanted to get more people in here so we can all be happy together.
Yeah, because that's what we always try to encourage anyone who makes an appearance on the Transocean stream, to at least share it with their channels via a community post, because that's how we're gonna grow together. That's how we're gonna succeed together. That's how we're all going to mutually benefit from each other.
And that's what I like doing. I like growing together. That's what I joined doing. I want everybody to grow together.
Yeah.
That's my goal, for everybody to enjoy everybody else's growth and everything. Yeah,
exactly.
Because it's just like that song by the Turtles. So happy together.
Exactly. Or what Clicking Cliff says is, "Let's be miserable together." That's exactly it, right?
They never told.
That's the biggest thing, right?
Yeah. Also,
let's all be miserable together.
Yeah. Also, 2-4 is helping out his mum right now, so hope you get whatever you need to get done right. And
hope you're all well.
Hello, Crimson.
Hey, Crimson. That was a good one.
Yeah. So we always encourage all of our live stream guests to share the Transocean stream on their community posts. But if we've got any dedicated viewers out there who want to do the same, that would be gladly appreciated, because we all value everyone here in this atmosphere right now, and this stream wouldn't be possible without guests on the panel and viewers in the chat.
Yep.
So I'll be finishing up building a Lego Friends set today, which is why I cleaned my table a week before this. But let's see what people are saying in chat, so we don't gloss over anything.
Yep.
Yeah. So when I read chat, I always give my quick raw reactions, and if anyone else and everyone on screen can always give their reactions to anything they see in chat.
Yep.
So Zizou, ha 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 ha. Exactly. But it's most important that I don't have technical difficulty, because I wasn't the one who had the idea to do this stream series, so I'm not the brains operation, but I'm the know to and how to. Yes, his name is right there. Tristan won't be with us, neither will Britain. Our usual suspects have family plans today.
Yep.
I'm not. Well, I'm not sure how to respond to that. Yeah, hello, hello, Miss Ambie. So Miss Ambie will be with us at the 2-hour mark. So if you want to get your monthly dose of Miss Ambie, make sure to still be here in 2 hours. Yes, happy Easter, everybody. Oh, them's fighting words. So Holden says, I love Technic sets. Well, I don't. And so I'm sure we can have our disagreements sometime, because I've actually made videos on my channel about why I don't like Technic.
So I should build a little Technic set then. I think I have a little Technic set.
Yeah,
Not everyone's gonna like the same sets, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna go on a trip.
Yeah. So Zelda says, if Knight doesn't like Paradisa, vote him off. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, I do. I have a little Technic set.
What else are people saying?
I'm gonna go build it.
20 in chat, or 1 butt chop and 1 dude goals. Well, we would be glad to have them in the chat, but the thing is, they need to be here.
I was talking with Butt Chop yesterday.
So Owen is sorting Lego because he doesn't have family. Yeah, Zelda wanted to kick up a stink. Crimson says, don't know how long I'm going to stay because I'm seeing my family. Lots of people have family plans.
Yeah, no problem.
Yes, everyone go join the Brick Therapy Discord server. 24 can tell you how to find it.
That's what it is.
Zelda says, Mayo does have technical issues, and the swearing that commences is legendary. Exactly.
You see that, Mayo?
Yeah. Actually, I just watched the whole series by Brick Therapy. He just built all the Monster Jam tech.
He just built them all? That's what it is, dude.
Yeah, nice.
You see that? Yeah. That's what I'm going to build while everybody's talking. I'm going to build this right here. Yeah.
Nice. Is that one of the monster trucks?
Yeah, I think that's
it is. It's from the Monster Jam.
It's the Monster Jam Thunder Rora's pullback. It's the pullback one, bro. Yeah. I'm gonna build that while everybody's talking, so I got something to do. So there you go. I got something to do then.
So Zelda, by swearing, did you mean like? Let me find it. Let me find it. I can't find it. God damn it. Where is it? Oh, yeah. So by swearing, do you mean like this?
Straight trash. They're trash! They stink! And I'm still telling you, they stink! Period! Somebody's gotta say it! You don't do what the hell they did! You don't do it! You don't do what they did with a straight damn face! Literally say with a straight face! How do you do that? How do you do that? What the hell is going on?
That's nice. All right.
And I'm just going through my Bricklink quarters, making sure everything's here. Mayo might be happy. I got more Duplo brick in, so I think I'll do a city update in 2 weeks.
Or, Zelda, were you talking about this? I think I did read your mind. I think I did. Yeah, we play it every now and then to emphasize emotion. But yeah, let's stop wasting time. I'm building bag 5 of Lego Friends set 41744.
RIP headphones on the last one. Yep, that was that.
Yep. Yep. Did I really buy this many brown arches? That's
Yeah.
so big.
What do you expect? You're on the internet.
Yep. Yep.
The hell?
But yeah, like I was saying, I'm thinking about doing a city update, working on the city in not this Monday, but next Monday.
So did my peer pressure finally get to you?
No, I finally got people bricks in for the foundation.
Because you've been working on that mountain for a while.
Well, yes, I've been working on it, and I can only buy so many parts at a time. I'm not a jillionaire, so I can't just buy every Lego brick in the world.
I wish we were.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't bought anything on Bricklink for a while. Not because I don't have the money, but because I don't know what parts I'm low on. I don't want to buy stuff I don't already have.
I've already bought up at least like 2 or 3 of my or 4 of my local Bricklink stores of their slopes. Of their dark bluish gray and light bluish gray and white slopes for the mountain, so I've already bought them up.
And also, Cliff, if you're still out there, your wish is granted. I'm building Lego.
But this Monday, I'm going to be renovating the fire station. I'm going to completely change it.
I need to renovate a lot of stuff in my city too. Because a lot of people have been giving me stick that I don't build Lego.
Okay, where's the next? There.
And if we ever run out of conversations, then I've got some stories to tell from this week.
Oh yeah. Well, go ahead, tell us the story.
But I'm going to save that for when we run out of things to talk about. Because I'm intrigued about what you're doing about your city.
Well, I got the Duplo bricks in to start working on the foundation and laying out how I want to do with the layout. That and I need to clean up the table. But
How much room you got?
half a bedroom's worth.
Oh damn.
Yeah. This table is literally taking up half of this room. It's a small room, but it's still taking up half of the room. Or over half.
Yeah, I have a room full of Lego. I don't know if you guys saw it yet.
No, I don't think so.
You guys, okay. All right, we're going on a trip again.
Yep.
Time for a road trip. It's my sorting room.
Yeah, that's all good.
Yeah. So we are going on a road trip. So I got my sorting room out over here. I got to turn on the light. Okay, so this is where I keep my Lego at. I don't know if you can see it really well.
Oh, nice. Okay.
This is my sorting room.
Nice. Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I got some Lego down here.
Okay.
And then over here. And here's where I keep my extra sets at.
Oh, jeez. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's, I don't know how well I showed it off because I can't really see it while I'm doing it.
Yeah.
But that's my sorting room. I have over 100,000 pieces.
Ooh, nice.
I'd need I need to finish logging all of my sets on Brickset before I could give a rough estimate of how many pieces I have.
I know, same here. Like everything in here is all my loose sets, or like all my loose Lego, my mocks in here. All my city sets are in here. The only thing that's not in here are all my Star Wars sets. They're out in my living room. No, those are all set up and all displayed. They take up my like a good 3/4 of my living room.
Now here's a question though. How many sets have you guys made?
500.
500. Dang, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've built all my Star Wars sets here. Let me get you the number. I've built I know there's like one or two in here that I have not built. So 100 and where was that number again? 196 Star Wars sets. Wait.
190. Jeez, dude.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wait, no. -1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So 198 minus 5. 6, 5, 4, 3. 193, sorry.
I think it's how many sets I've built.
How many?
Yeah. Well, I've only been doing this. I've been doing this now for I think a little less than a year.
Okay.
I've been doing this since I was 4 years old.
Well, I stopped for like 20-something years.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So you had a dark age.
I had a dark age. I was playing video games and stuff.
I've still been steadily building Lego since for 26, 27 years with a mix of video games in there, but still built Lego.
Well, yeah,
I've only been on YouTube for 3 years.
I've been on for I think a little over a year, maybe 2 years.
Yep.
I've been on YouTube for 12 years.
Dang, dude.
Oh yeah.
But you wouldn't know because I deleted all of my old videos from before Copper.
Oh. Well, that makes sense.
Because I was in middle school and they were shit.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, that's these instructions are bad. They look like they're trans clear, but they're actually white.
I've gotten those before. If you try to do them on the computer, it's even worse.
Oh yeah.
Those instructions on the computer are terrible. What is this? Where did that from? Browns look like grays. Purples look like blues. It's
General Tron's Brick says, never such a thing as extra sets with me. Extra parts, sure.
either open and built or open and parted.
Nice.
Pause from 2017 to 2012 to 2017. Yeah.
Completely missed out on
Lord of the
Lord of
Rings.
the Rings.
Yeah.
Only because I don't drive yet.
Yeah, my dark age was only 6 months in 2013. Ironically, when I started my channel.
Why was that? Why'd you stop then?
Well, because I was getting into model trains for a while, and then I realized that Lego's more fun, and I was too young to handle model trains back then.
Well, that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
My dad loves model trains. My dad absolutely loves model trains.
Yeah, because I wanted to grow up collecting N scale, but I got gifted some HOU scale stuff, and it was like I approached it all wrong.
Oh yeah.
I hadn't educated myself enough about the hobby, and so I made a lot of mistakes.
Right now I have no idea what I'm building. It doesn't look like anything. Just like, yep.
Owen says,
I know it's the insides, but it looks like nothing. It's just like, yeah.
Owen says, I'm quiet because I'm breaking all my sets and sorting the pieces. All 40 sets. Oh, wow, bud.
Dude.
Cliff needs to get some motivation. Well, perhaps streams like this can help you get some motivation.
We will motivate you.
Yeah, so Owen's breaking up all of his sets to sort the pieces. You know what? That's what I've done over the course of years because I'm a mock builder, not a set builder. So there's very few sets I actually keep together. Most sets I buy to get the experience of building it, and then I harvest the pieces for building mocks. So I'm very selective about what sets I buy. I mainly buy sets if it's a certain thing I collect.
Yeah.
Like a sub genre of a sub theme of a theme. That's how finely that's how refined my interest is. Or if it's something I don't care about, but it's got pieces I know that are useful.
Yeah.
Like
Hey,
I'm not going to be keeping this friend set together, but I want to get the experience of building it, and I know that from this experience, there's a lot of good pieces here that I'll be able to use in mocks, like these 1x6x5 trans clear panels. Perfect for my skyscrapers. Absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
And hello, Scotty Too Hottie. So for those who don't know, on Friday night next week, I'll be doing my one-on-one hangout with Scott's Blocks, and by then we'll both know who our NFL teams drafted in the first round. And so Scott was on an episode of Clickin' and Brickin' recently, and he showed off his sitting, and I told him yesterday that that we definitely want to see Scott's sitting in our one-on-one hangout interview. So for those who don't know what my one-on-one hangouts are, we start off with getting to know the person, and then we talk about something of their interest area, and then we just spitball at the end.
Yeah,
it's not like right.
Yeah.
This doesn't look right.
Yeah. Looking forward to it. Yeah. So, and honestly, since this is Knight's first appearance with us, I think some of our viewers might want to know more about Knight. Probably in the same, probably similar things that I ask people in one-on-one hangouts, because I don't think anyone right here, right now, has been in your chats before, Night.
Oh, of course not. Well, Owen has.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we go. That makes more sense. I go through phases of my build where I'm like, this doesn't go here.
I think we all do that.
I think I messed up a little bit. Oh, that's why. Okay, I got it now. Okay. All right, so I am a 44-year-old that got back into Lego when I went to a convention in Dallas, Texas.
Nice.
And I am frustrated. What I do on my channel, I build with my followers, and we laugh, we have fun, and we get frustrated, and we just have a good time.
Nice.
So was that the Brick Rodeo convention?
That was the big one in it was in, I think, June of last year. No, 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago now. Holy cow, it was 2 years ago. Yeah, because last year my nephew was born, so it had to have been 2 years ago. It was the I can't remember what it was called. Bricktopia or something. I can't remember.
Because I know that Brick Rodeo rotates between two of the cities in Texas.
Yeah, it's supposed to come to Austin last year.
Yeah, sorry. I think it rotates between Austin and Houston.
No, Dallas. No, maybe it was Maybe it was Houston. I don't know. We either drove through Arlington or Dallas. I can't remember which one it was, but it's 2 hours away from where I live.
Okay.
It was a great time though, and I picked up a set and I posted a short on YouTube saying, "Hey guys, what would you think about me building this set on a stream?" And I got a very, very positive response, and I was like, maybe I should turn this into a YouTube channel.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I started doing.
Nice.
Yeah. So Miss Ambie's gonna hear. So Miss Ambie's gonna be here in 1.25 hours.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, because because even though I'm Australian and I had to wake up at 4:30 a.m. to start this stream, the majority of my Lego friends are from the US.
That's funny because most of my people are from not the US. They're like from the Philippines and Britain and all that other stuff. I really have anybody from the US. That's hilarious.
Well, I'm from Canada, so
You're from Canada?
Yeah, sure, I'm from Canada.
Don't you know?
Don't you know, We don't all speak like that up here. Only the Eastern Canadians.
Yeah, because my top 3 audience is from it's the US, then it's Canada, then it's the UK, and I think sometimes Indonesia and the Philippines even beats out my country.
Yeah.
Because it always fluctuates on a month-by-month basis.
Yeah, that's wrong with.
And the 2 greatest pieces of advice I learned when I got invested into scheduling shit on YouTube is always make sure you upload stuff in twilight so that you give YouTube 3 hours to process your videos into the algorithm, and then you get prime time viewers.
Yeah.
Also, second piece of advice: if you can make it in America, you can make it anywhere. If you can make it on the East Coast, you can make it in America.
That makes sense.
Which is why the Eastern time zone is the greatest time zone in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And people in every other time zone get mad at me when I say that.
Yeah. Something wrong with Mountain Standard? No, nothing's wrong with Mountain Standard.
Well,
The only thing that's wrong with it is, well, daylight savings crap.
Oh yeah, the day. Oh,
yeah, which is why it's not standard time right now. It's the daylight time. It's standard time for me, but it's daylight time for you two.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, because the concept of putting of because like I was thinking about this yesterday.
Yep.
There is no such thing as standard time. That was invented
Yep.
by the railroads. There's no such thing as standard time. There is a thing as a daylight time, because that was invented by the power company, because the government lobbied with power companies to invent daylight savings to save people on their power bills.
I am learning new stuff.
Well, doesn't save me much money. If anything, I'm keep spending more.
I know too
Almost
much about
power. Yep. The more you know, because knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah. Well, because the more you know, and knowing is half the battle. G.I. Mayo.
What is the other half? They never taught us the other half. I've been going through my life learning what's the other half.
The other half of what?
The other half of the battle.
Yeah, well, I've never watched a single thing from G.I. Joe, and I've never played with any of the G.I. Joe toys, but I know the theme song.
Well, they said what half the battle was. They never said the other half.
And I've heard G.I. Joe fans making that joke for years now.
Yeah. That's what
I've never watched G.I. Joe, so I wouldn't know.
I grew up on G.I. Joe. That's why I've always been saying that. Like, what is the other half of the battle? That's what I've always wanted to know.
Yep. Oh, that's a fair question to ask.
Yeah. See? My life has been all messed up because I never knew the other half of the battle.
Even Scott's Boxes wants to know what the other half is.
Yeah, see, what's the other half? Exactly, man. See? What's the other half of the battle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that just reminded me, I need to put the links for Miss Ambie's YouTube and Instagram in the actually no, sorry. I did put Miss Ambie's YouTube and Instagram links in the description.
I think this has been the longest 200-piece build I've ever done.
Yeah.
I'll address that comment, Tron, after I get bag 5 done, which there's less than 100 pieces to go. Our whole life, we've been halfway prepared for the battle.
Hey, that's the whole thing about Gen Z. They've only been halfway prepared for the battle their entire life, or Gen X.
Yeah, that's
we've been prepared halfway for a battle.
Yep.
That's the problem.
Because my generation is too busy going to the Minecraft movie in theaters, yelling and screaming at the memes,
what is up with your generation, bro?
Yeah, man, come on.
Bringing live chickens into theaters, throwing popcorn in the air just so they can go viral and trend on TikTok.
What is going on with your generation, bro?
Yeah.
Well, you know what's going on with my generation. They are driven by clout.
You say clowns or clouds?
Clout.
Oh, clouds. I thought you say clowns. I was like, that makes sense too. I don't know. Clowns, clouds. Hey, I was driven by a clown too. I had Bozo the Clown growing up.
People these days don't know who the hell that is, but they do know who the clown. But they do know who the clown from It is.
Yep.
Look it up. Like you, Google Bozo the Clown. Look it up. That's the best I can do.
The only reason I know who Bozo the Clown is because I binged watched Seinfeld for a while.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Right there.
Well, that makes sense.
Bozo the Clown.
Bozo the Clown.
Bozo the Clown.
Both of these go together?
George Costanza.
And that's the thing that a lot of people can't comprehend is that for a lot of you guys, I'm 20 years younger than you.
How old are you?
I'm going to be 24 in 10 days.
You're exactly 20 years younger than me. You're exactly 20 years younger.
I'm 33.
Because I'm gonna be 24, but some people think I'm 48 because I know so much old shit. And you know what? And you know what? I've earned because I've actually earned a few badges.
Do you want to know what my favorite classic TV show is?
What's that?
MASH.
You like MASH?
I've binge watched MASH so many
binge watched MASH. That is awesome.
So many times.
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah, I think my favorite episode of MASH is when they're in the medic tent and they're bragging about their favorite pizzerias back home.
Ah, yes. Then they order a pizza from Chicago, and they forgot to order the coleslaw.
Yeah, because they're able to get one of those pizzerias to ship out.
Yep.
To the troops.
Yep.
I have not watched that show in ages.
That's the episode I remember of MASH. But honestly, my favorite thing about MASH is in the intro where you see the helicopters with the bubble canopy. Those bubble canopies literally look like one of those pieces in a Lego set.
This guy just called you a youngin'. Yeah, this guy just called you a youngin'.
Yeah, so as I was saying, because I'd like to finish this point, on the Breaking News podcast, they recognize that I know way more than I should, because all of their viewers are Gen X and baby boomers, and I'm the only Gen Z who actually watches who actually listens to their podcast. And so they've called me both an honorary old person and a young old person / old young person. So I'm going to take that as a badge of honor.
Take it.
Yeah.
Because that's how you know you've made an impression on people.
I hate stickers.
Yep, so do I.
Hate stickers.
As a mock builder, I don't hate stickers.
I hate these stickers. How about that? I hate these stickers.
I have no problem admitting I'm Gen Z. I am not a snowflake.
I'm not if you call a Gen Xer a snowflake, they'll go off on you.
Well, there are lots
making them a snowflake.
Well, there are lots of Gen Z who are snowflakes. They're the ones crying on TikTok because they're working at Starbucks and there's too many customers. So they.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. I've seen those. Those are hilarious. I love those.
Yeah, because like when I think of Gen Z stereotypes, that's the example I give.
Those guys should really try being a trucker and driving on the road for 13
Oh
hours.
my god, yes.
They're crying that there's too many customers in line at Starbucks, and they can't handle the job as a barista. Try being an ice road trucker.
Ooh.
Which I am not an ice road trucker. I am still a trucker, but I am not an ice road trucker.
But
Are you a trucker?
One day you will graduate to be one.
Nope. If ice was meant to be driven on over top of a lake, trucks would not go through it.
Mad props to truckers, man.
Thank you. I've been trucking for 9 years.
Yeah, because
dude.
because I'm not afraid of I'm not ashamed of myself. I'm ashamed of everyone else in my generation. Because I didn't give my generation a bad name. Everyone else did.
That is very true. You did not do it. Everybody else did.
So it's kind of like if you're a baby boomer and you didn't make life hard for young people. There's no reason to be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, General Kron's also saying best MASH episode.
Like my parents are boomers and they didn't make life hard for me, so they don't need to be ashamed of their generation.
That is very true.
However, all of baby boomers who invested in property and drove up all of the rents, now those people should be ashamed of themselves.
Yeah.
And everyone who bought a pasta machine in the 90s, they should be ashamed of themselves.
I bought one. No, I'm just kidding. I don't remember who bought one.
Now, if you don't know about the works of about the stylings of George Carlin, you're not going to understand that.
George Carlin, he was amazing.
Yeah.
That dude had a way with jokes.
Yeah.
He just had that sense of humor.
Yeah, because I took on a lot of my anti-snowflake attitude from him.
Before snowflake was even a word, really.
Yeah.
Or even an insult. Where's this guy? Here's one.
Yeah, because I respect stand-up comedians who can speak truth to power, and their truth gets laughs, not applause. Because there's a lot of comedians nowadays who they're not aiming to get laughs. They're aiming to get applause, and that's not comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Which is why if you can speak truth to power and get laughs, you know that you've done something right.
Yeah.
That's why I'm dead silent all the time.
And also something I try to model myself on. If you're the bad guy, and you get underneath people's skin, then you've done something right.
Yep.
You're wise beyond your years, man.
Is that because I'm smarter than the rest of my generation, or is that because my whole generation is dumb?
I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good call. That's a good call. Don't answer any more questions until your lawyer gets there.
I'm waiting for my lawyer right now. Just as soon as he comes walking through that door, then I'll start talking. Until then,
there are some people who don't know what it even means to plead the fifth. I'm not even American, and I know what it means to plead the fifth.
Yep.
Are you kidding? The other people, actually, there are people in America that don't even know what plead the fifth even means.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. It's funny you say that because we have something about that.
It's amazing that Mayo knows more about some American stuff than we do. Like, Mayo is so freaking smart, man. I was just talking the other night about how, like, you could almost ask Mayo probably any question. He could probably get it figured out for you.
Is this what you want? You see this? Look at this. Look what you've done.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So I just built a treadmill. This is a really nice looking treadmill,
Nice.
but you can't stand figs on it. Womp womp.
Yeah.
So there's a sticker.
Where's this go?
Oh, and there's a handle.
Where there's a brick, there's a way.
Yeah, bricks is the way and relevancy is currency. Hey, speaking of bricks being the way,
yep.
Do you want to talk about your Lego mock segment you want to bring to?
You're very true, Brick.
Still working on the whole segment thing, but basically what it is once it's up and running and I get the intro made, people could send me their mocks, and then I will bring the images on here, and we will show them. I will talk about them and rate them, and then I will show my mocks too.
Yeah,
oh, that's cool.
So since it's your segment, do you want people to directly contact you about that on social media?
Yes, they can, because like I also do the same segment on my channel where I have a whole like playlist called Mock Talk, where I do talk about my mocks and other people's talks.
That makes sense. So you'd be able to recycle some of that content over here every Saturday.
Yes, and we'd shout you out and everything. And yes, because like you go to my channel, I got a whole 15 episodes of Mock Talk. Let me see.
Yeah. Well, Tron, the definition of insanity is making the mistake over and over again.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, you've definitely made me laugh at some times.
18 episodes of Mock Talk, my bad. Which I still have to do this month. Snakies. Oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna make one. I got some of the parts, and that's what was in here.
Yeah, because that's something that JDP wants to bring to the show, and I'm sure eventually 2-4, Carsten, and Silent will bring their own stuff to the show. Because on a whiskey occasion, I want to bring I want to introduce a segment called Russian Roulette.
You want to shoot people?
And I've done it on my I've done it on my streams before, so if anyone remembers, get ready.
That was a joke.
I know.
Yeah. But I want to update it to include some of the names of people that I didn't know before I got involved in this friendship circle.
Yep.
Because, like, for those who don't remember, I've been talking on other people's streams, mainly streamers from the Click and Cliff friendship circle with JDP for over a year now. And then started doing the same thing with 2-4 over the last 6 months. Then I found out that 2-4 and JDP have a friendship circle with Carsten and Silent. And so it grew off from there. We all started mutually supporting each other. And now we have this.
Yeah.
How? It doesn't. What? I'm supposed to go there? Oh, it goes here. That makes sense. Oh, that's why.
Yeah. Well, if you do something like that too, for we will be so happy together, streaming forever.
That makes more sense. I love making mistakes.
Oh, that's the thing about Lego. You make a mistake, you tear it apart, you can rebuild it.
Yep. It also shows you're human too.
Yep.
Yeah, the way
That is
I
fun.
the way I build mocks is trial and error. I don't bother with studio.io or anything like that. Not even the old Lego Digital Designer. I don't bother with that
No?
because I don't know what pieces I have.
There we go.
I'd only start designing stuff on Studio
Yeah.
when I have a proper wanted list of pieces
Yeah,
I
yeah.
need on Bricklink.
Okay, you don't want to go through. Because you're not. There we go. This is actually going well for me.
Nice.
This is the first time that a Technic.
Yep. Yeah.
Technic build has gone well.
Nice.
And I've already cursed myself because now it's going to go bad. Yeah, that's the way it goes.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
Owen's only got 5 sets to go.
Nice.
Where do this go? This goes.
I have been sober. I have been sober my whole life.
I have
Hey,
not.
so have I.
I have not.
I've never had a drop of alcohol in my life.
So you're also sober.
I have not. I have had beer and alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
I have been wasted. I can probably say that. I am missing a piece. Oh boy. Oh no, here it is. Thank God.
Well, I'm safe up high. No one can touch me. But why do I feel this party's over? In pain, inside, you're like perfection. But how do I feel this good sober? But unlike when Pink said, "I don't want to be that girl at 4 o'clock in the morning," I'm that boy at 4 o'clock in the morning. Good morning, Johnny.
Johnny G. Why is Mayo playing Lego?
You gotta go wake up Team B. Isn't Team B normally awake at this time? They wake up for other streamers at this time. Do they maybe they actually sleep in on Sundays?
All right.
I think this is an elliptical machine.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so there's 2 reasons why I'm building Lego. One is because this set was sitting around still needing to be built. And 2 is because people were grilling me that I wasn't building Lego.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was bag 5. I'm going to go to Brickset and see how many sets I have registered.
Well, that doesn't work. Well, there it goes.
So I have 614 sets registered on Brickset.
Wait, you said how many?
I have 614 sets.
Dude. That's a lot of sets.
Oh yeah.
I know people that have over 2,000 sets in their collection.
Damn.
I would have more if it wasn't so goddamn expensive.
Because they've been collecting Lego for over 50 years.
Oh, have you heard that the United States may cancel imports of Lego
Why?
because of the tariffs?
Oh.
I know I don't talk about politics, but yeah, that's gonna hurt.
Yep.
That's all I'm gonna talk about politics.
That's your policy, not my policy. I talk about politics all the time. I just don't talk about people's names in politics.
Well, at least
No,
you
it's
got
just
that new
gonna
Lego.
hurt me like crazy not getting any more Lego.
Yeah.
It's gonna suck.
Well, you guys do have that new factory in Virginia, so
Oh, we do?
yeah.
Yeah.
There's new Lego
That's the
in
reason
Virginia.
why the US isn't importing Lego, because Lego is building their factory in Virginia.
Yep.
The only reason Lego is building their factory in Virginia is because they can't trust their workers at the Mexico factory anymore. Because of all those fake figs that got leaked out, people selling them for $200 on the black market.
Oh yeah.
Because there are some people who just don't get around the community at all, and they don't know any of this shit. But I do.
Yep.
So I tell the same stories to different people over and over again. And that's why I enjoy... Well, no, sorry. That's why Hive said I can answer almost anyone's question about Lego.
I gotta keep in contact with you guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, by keeping in contact is how you network with people. How you grow your channel is how you network with people. How you become successful is how you grow.
Yep.
I don't care about being like huge. I just want to. I still want to keep in. I want to stay small because I like connecting with my followers. That's like the big thing.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's a good one. That's good thinking.
I never want to be big. That's just not what I want to do.
Yeah. When you're too big, people have an expectation.
Yeah. It's just not who I am.
No, that's totally fair.
Yeah.
Well, the only reason I'm doing anything to get monetized on YouTube is because I want to be able to do a charity stream in November, raising money for Movember by shaving off my mustache. That's the only reason why.
Well, it's understandable to be monetized, but you don't want to grow so big that you don't recognize anybody, that you don't talk to anybody, they don't, you forget everybody.
Yeah.
But the only reason I'm pushing is because I want to do a charity stream.
Oh yeah, that's understandable, bro.
Oh yeah.
And so if I didn't want to do a charity, well, if I weren't making plans to do a charity stream, honestly, I would say fuck you to everyone and leave YouTube. because I'd have no goals, I'd have no incentive, which is why, because you guys are so good, I invent goals to still be here. Other people, they don't set goals for themselves. They leave, they don't come back, and everyone else forgets about them. I don't want to be one of those forgotten people, because there are people who we once knew that we've already forgotten about.
Yeah.
I don't want to be one of those channels that people one day all of a sudden forget existed.
Oh yeah. I stream every day.
Yep.
Or except for Saturdays and Sundays, I don't stream. This is like not like me. I take a day off.
Oh, that's fair.
Well, the only reason I want to do a Movember charity is because they do charities involved with Movember who do stuff for both mental health for vulnerable men and research for, I think, both prostate and testicular cancer.
You do know November is No Shavember, right?
Yeah, it's Movember.
Yeah, it's No Shavember.
Yeah, Movember.
Yeah.
Because I want to raise enough money that can be able to pay someone at a call center to answer the phone call and convince someone not to kill themselves who calls the suicide hotline.
I did a charity one. I did a 24-hour charity stream where I raised $750 for what was that? I forgot now. Veteran suicide.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there's lots of charities like that. I know a bunch of people on Twitch have been doing stuff for the Starlight Foundation.
Yeah, our veterans, both U.S. and Canadian, don't get what they need.
Oh, they don't get anything, man.
It's a shame. It's a shame.
It's a real big shame.
Yeah, but not to be dark or anything, I've seen too many men who have been too confident not to get themselves tested for cancer, or too vulnerable that they've become depressed and wanted to end it all. And I had to be there for some people to cry on my shoulder, and I actually convinced some people to go see a psychologist, and they got themselves fixed.
Nice.
That is freaking awesome. Because I am bipolar myself. I talk about it on my stream. I will talk to anybody when they're down. I will stop the stream and I will stop everybody from talking, and I will focus on that one person.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I think more so because I was once afraid of the future before the future happened, which is now, before I had confidence in myself, before I realized I have the clutch gene, i.e. the thing in your body which gives you the confidence to overcome anything in the future because you believe in yourself.
Yep.
Once upon a time, I hadn't unlocked that yet. So I was super scared for the future. I was super depressed. I was not looking forward to grow up because I was afraid. And so when things turned around, I got over my depression. I felt better about myself. I started succeeding in things that mattered to my education, and now I don't have those feelings anymore. And so I have that first-hand experience, and I know how to deal with people who are feeling at any given time what I felt back then.
Yeah.
Honestly, you never really truly get over depression. It just goes away for a while.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
I get super depressed and super anxious about the unknown until the unknown happens and I'm able to power through it.
You will. That's what depression is, bro. Depression never will go away. It always sinks back in the back of your mind, and it will come out in a different form.
Yeah.
It never truly goes away, and no two depressions are ever the same.
Yeah.
I know a lot about this because I talk to people about it.
Yeah.
It's not because I know a lot about it. I just been through it a lot. I go through really deep depressions, and people talk to me about it.
Yeah, and I know people in the community who, whether they realize it or not, they do suffer from depression. And I'm always like, hey, if you ever need a shoulder to cry on, come talk to me.
Oh yeah. It's good. It's good to do that. It's really good to do that.
It is. So the whole reason too why I've created my channel is like I've been battling depression for the past since like 2010, and then when I decided to start the channel, it's like, oh, I could do something on YouTube. And what to do? Oh, I could build Lego. I love building Lego, so started doing that, and then talking about it, and also it's not just to help combat my depression, but also to help improve my self-esteem and my social anxiety.
Yeah, because 7 years ago, no, sorry, 7 to 10 years ago, I did not have ice water through my veins. Now I do have ice water through my veins.
Yeah.
And to have ice water through your veins means you have the clutch gene.
Honestly, 5 years ago, I wouldn't have ever been able to talk to you guys.
Yep. Same here. Same here.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's that confidence you grow over time.
We've already
Yeah.
we've already answered that question a couple times, Cliff.
What's that? What's he got? Oh, okay. I thought you meant the one we're talking about.
And then, like, yeah, it's just like when I first started my channel, if you go back to my old videos, it's just there, my camera, I'm not even talking, and it's just me and the Lego building. Then eventually, I started talking, and then I put a face camera, but I was wearing my Mandalorian helmet. This very same one, but back when it was all silver. And then I took the helmet off, and then I painted this helmet.
Okay, so Cliff was like this for a tiny bit.
Tone.
So Miss Ambie's going to be here in 38 minutes.
I'm hurrying. I almost finished. I am working my butt off to finish this up in time. Oh, what's this way to go?
No one ever has to miss any part of my streams because I will never private any of my streams. So no one will ever have to miss out on anything. There's a bunch of people who private their streams, and it's like
I'm gonna do some member ones.
I just don't understand that.
Oh yeah.
Over.
So anything that I've ever done on my streams are on demand for people to go back and watch.
Yeah.
Because StreamYard makes that really easy.
There you go.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Heck yeah.
I wonder if there's something I wonder if there's a really loud but short noise we can do
To wake them up. You gotta wake me up too.
to make sure that people are still awake. I need to find it if it is here.
I gotta push it this way. Here? No, doors.
You know, I don't have something really loud and really short. I should probably.
I want to wake people up.
I should probably work on that.
Good for now.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's easy. Headphones off, everyone, I guess.
I'm not going to work on it today. Why do today what you can put off to tomorrow?
Exactly.
But what is today but yesterday's tomorrow?
Man, now you got me all tripping.
Maybe you should readjust your nap time, Cliff. I have some buzzers and some screamers, but they're long duration, then not a short burst.
Where are we at?
I'd want to do something that's a short burst. But if anyone ever misses out on anything that we say, we're always here on the replay. So if anyone is watching from the replay gang, thank you very much.
Exactly. Thank you. Okay, where's this going? Through here. All right.
We need the big curve.
We're getting close to finishing.
Nice.
Is there anything else we want to talk about?
I got nothing at the moment.
Well, actually, something I was thinking about when you were talking about your mock talk is eventually I need to make a cutaway for the Lego classroom. Because I think what I want to do for the Lego classroom is I want to give that I want to make that segment be where anyone can ask me in particular anything about Lego to get out all of your questions that you don't know, but you think I might know. And the challenge with the Lego classroom, kind of like at university, after the professor gets done with their lecture and students ask them questions afterwards. That's the kind of that I'm thinking about. And the challenge is if anyone can ask me a question that I don't know about.
Oh, that'd be good.
Because if something like that happens, that's when you know that you won. Because I'm always happy to attempt to answer anyone's questions.
Okay, well then.
But it's a challenge. But it'd be a challenge if you can stump me.
Stump the professor.
Okay, what's the next Lego sets that are coming out in the next 5 years? So I can prepare for money.
No one knows.
Exactly.
See, you didn't stump me there. I gave you an answer. No one knows. However, I don't know isn't an answer.
That is very true.
Fair enough.
So you can be tricky if you're a wordsmith. And I do like to consider myself a wordsmith.
I failed English. I failed my English classes. Every one of them.
I just barely passed, just enough to graduate.
That's how I was with English and math. Because I was in the
oops.
Yeah, because I was in the average English and math classes in my senior year.
Oh, yeah.
I think this piece was important.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Who knows where that went? No.
I don't know. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Who knows? Oh well. Well, it's not important now. We'll see if it works. Doesn't work. All right, cool. Doesn't work. Cool. All right.
Trial and error.
So that piece was important.
Well, it moves.
Yeah, and this'll be your reaction when you find that lost piece. When you find that lost piece eventually.
This piece was supposed to go in there somewhere and make this stuff move, and it didn't do it. So
Yep.
that's what we get. You would just get a thing that doesn't move. So that's
And if anyone hasn't done so already, make sure to hit that like button.
oh well. Well, it's here. Yay! God, it's supposed to move. Dang it! Oh well. Well, somebody's gonna get it and take it apart again and do it. So
Yeah.
no, whatever. There's the build.
Nice.
It's pretty nice.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty chill. Kind of cool. My dad is sending me all sorts of attachments right now. He sent me like 15 so far.
Nice.
Why?
I have no idea. I don't know what they are, but they're like 15 attachments. I don't know what he's doing, but he's sending me like 15 attachments.
That's how I feel when my auntie sends me shit on Facebook.
That's what he's doing right now. He's sending me it all on like Facebook Messenger. I have like 15 attachments right now.
Yep.
I don't know what he's doing.
Yep. Welcome to my world.
My dad's just like, here's another attachment. I'm like, thanks, Dad.
So all of my subscribers know about my world, but what about your world, JDP? What about your world, Knight?
Huh?
What do you want to know about my world? It's crazy. The crazy world. You just sent another one.
Yep.
Yeah, chill.
Everything's going fine.
Yeah. I may have sped through a little. I have one piece left over. Minus a couple more pieces. I have a piece bucket. Piece box.
Nice.
You want to see? Here, I'll show you. I'm going to show you the little piece box. There it is.
Nice.
Yeah, these are all the pieces I left over from all the builds. Yeah. Well, you saw the outside. You saw outside. See, there you go. This is just a little taste.
Oh yeah.
It's just a small taste from all the builds that I've been doing.
Also, I got some Lego from the 70s from one of my coworkers for free.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
If you want to know everything, Johnny, why don't you convince all of the viewers to ask us questions and we can try to answer them?
Exactly.
You want to know everything about everything, or just everything?
It's only the three of us, but we can try.
Well, I don't know if you want to know everything. I mean, before I woke up this morning, I was just letting her rip. So.
Well, that is pretty much everything.
To quote the late great Leslie Nielsen, "Let her rip." He loved fart jokes.
Maybe it doesn't work. Fuck. Whatever.
Because we would love to be able to respond to people in the comments if they have anything relevant to say.
Yep.
Yep.
Miss Ambie's need the link at 10, by the way, Mayo.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't going to send Miss Ambie the link until 9:15 p.m. British
Okay.
Summer.
She just posted it on the chat, so I was just reading it there.
Exactly. Because unlike some people, I pre-plan organizing a stream 24 hours beforehand.
I just do it when I go on. It's like, I'm streaming now. That's what happens.
I get no viewers if I don't schedule streams.
It all depends.
I would love to be in a position where I could just wake up one day, decide to go live, and there'd be viewers, but that's not feasible where I'm at. I want to be in that position one day. So Johnny asks, what do you do to make a living? I am living off of checks. I'm not employed. I'm a student right now.
Well, like I said earlier, class 1 driver. Drive a
I do
semi
this.
truck.
No, I'm gonna tell you that I do this. This and Twitch.
Nice.
I just started back on Twitch again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, gotta do that again. If you're not on it for a year, they kick you off of being a associate.
Ah.
So I'm like, it's coming up to a year, so I might as well start streaming again.
Well, if you got that Twitch again, you should go to the doctor and get that checked out.
Yeah, no, it's kind of hard though. It's a really bad Twitch.
And Johnny also asks, where do you live? Well,
And
Johnny
house.
knows where. Well, Johnny.
I live in a house.
Johnny knows where I live.
I live in a house down by the river.
Oh, just in Canada, eh?
Canada,
You know, gotta deal with all the hosers and the mooses
and the posers.
yeah, the posers and the hosers, eh? And gotta drink that Labatt beer and we got the oil patch. My most terrible Canadian accent coming from a Canadian.
Mocks or sets?
Mocks.
I gotta learn how to build better. That's what I gotta do. I have all these bricks and I gotta build with them.
Yeah.
And a van down by the river. Heck yeah, dude. I miss that dude.
One day, I'm going to build a mock that's a van down by the river.
That would be cool, little Chris Farley.
Because because it's going to be near the road out of town in my Lego city.
Okay.
Nice.
Some people these days might not even realize I do Lego City updates.
Yep.
I'm gonna start doing those what is it, the stop motion animation.
Okay.
Because I haven't worked on it in so long, and so if you forgot what my city looks like, then there's a playlist on my channel to check out.
I don't have enough room. If I had a whole building, I'd be able to do it.
Yeah.
Like back in the backyard or something.
Some people have a whole warehouse for their
Yep.
And I envy them. I'm like, yes. Question: display, store, part out. Oh, the sets?
I part out almost everything I build. To be honest, I mainly build sets for content.
I build sets and then I sell them.
I build my sets, display them. That's my retirement fund.
I can't hold on to them. I don't have enough room because I build 5 days a week.
Oh, that's fair.
If I would, I would have like way too many. I just don't have enough room. I mean, literally, that Taj Mahal takes up what, 2 feet by 3 feet by 6 feet or something. That's a lot of room.
Oh yeah.
That thing's huge.
Yeah, and people can ask me almost anything, but the one thing I'm not going to do is fun with flags. Wink, wink.
Oh my god, somebody did that on my stream. I was like, dude, you gotta stop. I can't do this. I can't do fun with flex, man. I'm like, you show me Canada, I'm good. Brazil, yes. And they start showing me like Uganda. I'm like, I can't do this anymore.
Honestly, well, because those types of viewers are the people that you get from vertical live streams.
Well, I have to do vertical live stream
Why?
because that's how you do get a lot more viewers that way.
Yeah,
You get almost triple, quadruple viewers that way.
Yeah, because I'm probably not going to do a vertical live stream until my 1,000 subscriber celebrations.
Yeah, you get a lot more viewers. You can trust me because my viewership almost went up tenfold.
Nice.
Like
Yeah,
the time I went vertical.
Yeah, because I am going to experiment vertical live streams when I get to 1,000 subscribers. I just need to ease myself into some of these new things.
Yeah.
Because I've seen the promise of vertical streams, and I've seen enough of my friends doing it where I want to experiment with it.
It's worth it, trust me. It is worth it. But I can only stream from my phone for some reason because I can't stream from my computer because YouTube won't let me stream from it for some reason.
That's weird.
Sport!
Yeah. It crashes.
Oh, weird.
Sports.
Question: sports? Well, I don't have any sports. I used to play dart in the darts league. That's it.
Now, we got extra pieces with this tree, so I'm going to use those extra pieces to make the tree bigger.
Nice.
Yeah, the wheels don't move now. Stay home or go out. Depends on what you're doing.
Yeah. Preferably, even there's times when I go to work, it's like I'd just rather stay home and play with Lego.
I really don't like going out at all.
I like going camping, bro.
I love camping.
Yeah.
I got a whole series on my channel I call Camping with Bricks, where I take Lego sets camping with me. And
Really?
in like various locations. Oh, I built several sets in the Canadian Rockies.
Dude, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Check it out, Camping with Bricks.
Camping with bricks.
Playlist on my channel.
That is awesome.
Oh, yeah. And I have a plan, and I was going to like set up a GoFundMe. Because it's going to cost a fortune to do this. But my plan is take my truck, take my RV, after I accomplish the GoFundMe, and drive across the entire lower 48 and all 10 Canadian provinces and do live Camping with Bricks after I also get a Starlink.
Nice.
Yes. That is the plan.
That would be cool.
Oh, yeah. It's just like, just imagine building a Lego set live and the Grand Canyon is right behind you. Or Mount Rushmore, or the Golden Gate Bridge, or the New York skyline, or...
Route 66?
Sorry?
Route 66?
Or, yeah, Route 66, or Monument Valley, or the Hollywood sign. I think that would be awesome. And they're like,
The Alamo?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, you're going to get people like, oh, he's just using a green screen. Nope, no green screen here, bud.
Then you start moving around it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No green screen here.
Ain't no green screen?
Yeah.
My truck gave up.
I'm just trying to log this set in to get my loyalty points.
On Lego.com?
Yeah.
How many points y'all got?
1,040.
You got 1,040?
400.
I think I've
1,400.
got 1,700 something.
I think I got like 30,000.
Because I
now.
recently used a bunch of points to get that space monorail inside the set.
Yeah,
Oh,
I used like 60,000 a while back to buy a bunch of stuff.
I'm trying to save up to buy the Venator.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what a lot of people do. They wait to buy a set.
Yep.
I know people that save all of their points to buy UCS sets
Throw away.
or the new modular.
I ain't gonna keep my boxes anymore.
Huh?
I only keep boxes for sets of which I think I might have to sell one day.
I never keep any boxes.
Yeah, it just takes up room.
Yep.
If it's a set that I don't think is worth selling, then I'm not going to keep the box.
Physical instructions or device. Physical instructions. Right.
Physical instructions.
Downloading those instructions is insane. You can't tell the color on your computer sometimes.
Yep.
Sometimes your computer goes wacko and you just like, I can't tell a blue from a gray.
Yeah.
Physical instructions are a lot better because the print is a lot bolder.
Yeah.
So when you have to get instruction from somebody and they don't have instructions, it's terrible on the eyes.
Yeah.
I did the treehouse, that 3,000 piece treehouse, and that was a pain in the butt because there are 2-color browns.
Oof.
And oh my god, I messed. That was the worst experience ever.
You're talking about the Lego Ideas treehouse?
Yeah, the one that was the big one with branches that go everywhere.
Yeah, the Lego Ideas treehouse.
Yeah, that one. That was a pain in the butt with the instructions online. Oh my god, I spent hours doing that, and I had a terrible time with the instructions online. It was if you go back and watch my videos towards the end, I just kind of gave up, and I was like, this piece just goes here, this color goes here, I don't care anymore, and I almost cried.
Yeah,
just stop.
I've heard a lot of people getting frustrated about that set.
Oh, dude, the browns are terrible. There's like, I think there's either 2 or 3 color browns.
Oh wow.
And it wears on you. You're like, is it this brown, that brown, that brown? And you're like, did I put the wrong brown here? Did I put the right brown there? And you're like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
I think I put the wrong brown on that one. And then you're like, oh no, I'm out of browns.
I'm done.
You finished?
Nice.
Yeah.
I think I've upset Johnny G because I was folding a box. And he's like, how dare you? Boxes are awesome.
Hey, I said the same thing too. I throw them away.
Yeah, so if people didn't realize from whenever I have been building this, this is the Lego Friends Sports Center.
Nice.
Wait, I can't really. Hold on. I gotta look on my computer. Oh, there it is. I see it now. Nice, dude.
Yeah.
That is cool.
The Lego Friends Sports Center. Da 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 da.
That's a good one.
So yeah, and honestly, I think my favorite part of the set is this area right here.
Oh yeah.
Because you can play both one-on-one soccer or tennis, or you can play solo a basketball shooting practice.
Nice.
To answer your question, Johnny, depends on what the set is.
Yeah.
Sometimes the Lego exclusives are amazing.
I think I buy more Lego exclusives than wide release sets. But that's probably because there's not a lot of Lego sets I need to buy to begin with. So I'm gonna get that that invite over to Miss Ambie.
Store delivery. It's easier. You don't have to go out. Delivery is amazing. I don't know. That's just me though. Delivery is a lot easier than store.
Yeah. Anyway, there we go. I'm just checking something
Yep.
because I got a bunch of notifications. Oh, someone just made a video that I'm looking forward to watching later.
Oh, and the Lego Master estimate, I own 120,000 pieces. John
Vintage Lego for the win.
Both.
And just do both. I don't discriminate. If I can get my hands on some vintage, then I'll build some vintage.
Yeah. Yeah. So for those who don't know, I'm wearing my Lakers t-shirt right now. R.I.P. Kobe.
Hey Johnny, I'm just gonna say yes. Lakers, no. Small, medium, and giant sets.
Oh yeah, all sets.
All sets are good. Except for the Titanic, I don't have any room for it. I don't have any room for Titanic. This set cannot build Titanic. This table cannot build Titanic. I need a bigger place.
Not
then I can build Titanic.
I built the UCS Millennium Falcon right here, and that was a pain too because it's so big. But
Dude, I would love to build that.
It took me 17 hours to build it.
See, I built mine over like days. But it just gives you more content, though.
Oh yeah. I just saying in total build hours, it was 17 build hours. Not one continuous stretch. That was just like I can't move my fingers. After several builds, because you're pushing in so many Technic pins on the Falcon for support. After a while, your fingertips hurt.
I did do that 24-hour stream though. I built 9,000 bricks.
Holy Toledo!
Yeah, it was. I think in total I did. Was it 12 sets?
Yeah.
But I did the math. It was 9,000 bricks. That's what I think the total was. I thought that went to 31 people watching. I was like, holy crap.
No, it didn't.
That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we'll be there one day when we can get enough of our friends to make this something they put on their calendars.
Yeah.
I tried to tell people. I was like, tomorrow I'll be here.
Yeah, that's why you need to prepare for stuff. Because from my experience, preparation makes the difference for success.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's why I go running up and down comms lines, organizing shit. Because it takes a lot of work to be able to put together an entertaining enough product to get more or to get more than a dozen people wanting to watch.
Oh no, I understand that. Trust me.
And also, unlike the people who were the brains of the operation, I actually have the energy to be the organizer. because I'm not the brains of the operation. I'm just the monkey sitting at the typewriter.
That makes sense.
I mean, I used to work as a desk monkey for the government.
I was never a desk monkey.
I quite enjoyed being a desk monkey. You just did the same thing every day, and you get into a rhythm.
Yeah, I can never do that.
And then I got money to go places like a Toyota car, and I'm not going to look back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now we're waiting for Miss Ambie. Hopefully she's setting herself up, because I'm going to be so excited to ask her questions that I ask everyone. So anyway, this has been a good debut stream for Night.
Yep.
And JDP and myself have held down the fort while Carsten Briggs and Never Too Old for Lego and Silent Mode have been doing stuff with their families, and Night. If we ever have room on the panel, you're always automatically invited to these streams.
All right, thank you.
As is JDP, Never Too Old for Lego, Carsten's Bricks, Silent Mode, and there's 3 other people who I was contacting on Discord yesterday. One actually told me that they go to church on Sundays. So I don't think they need to be.
Hey, Alexandra.
So since they go to church on Sundays, honestly, I don't think they need to be in the group. One of them has decommitted because their work schedule changed, and someone expressed their interest, but they didn't show up, and someone didn't even get back to me. Hello, Alexandria.
Yeah.
And for the first time in a while, welcome, Miss Ambie.
Hello.
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 It has been a while.
Yeah. So Alexandra, you're here at the end of the Transocean stream, and
Yep.
in 2 minutes I'm gonna be doing my thing with a Miss Ambie. So I'm not putting any pressure on JDP or Knight to hang around.
My phone's about to die.
For any of
My phone's gonna be dying here in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, so
I gotta
Yeah.
go run errands.
So I'll just say thanks for making your debut today, Knight. Do you have any final words before your battery dies?
No, just y'all be great. Y'all be good to each other, and thank you for inviting me.
Yep. Well, welcome.
I enjoyed it.
We'll see you back on future episodes of the Transocean stream.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
See ya.
All right.
And JDP, I'm not sure how long you want to hang around, or if you want to.
No,
or
I
if
gotta
you
get
need
going
to.
too. Yeah.
Yeah. So you need to get going too. Do you have any final words?
Just thanks for hanging out. Stay safe out there. Watch out for yourself. Watch out for your family, and tell them you love them. Yeah.
Do you have anything to say to Miss Ambie before you have to get out of here?
Oh, sorry that didn't get to say hi much longer, but nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Yeah. Pretty much it.
Maybe your paths might cross again soon.
Yeah, never know.
Never know.
All right. Stay safe out there, guys. This is Jake Builds. Which is the way.
Anyway, so I'm done building my set, and in 3, 2, 1, let's start. So welcome, Miss Ambie, to the one-on-one hangout portion of this stream. It's good to get you on today. You're one of the people who I was up and down the Instagram comms line. Thank you for accepting this time today. We're gonna get to know Miss Ambie just a little bit more than what we might already know about her. The links for her YouTube and Instagram are in the description below. So I'm going to get the ball rolling by saying I've known Miss Ambie for 9 years now.
Yep.
That's longer than I've known anyone else except for Johnny Jean in chat. I've known Johnny and Miss Ambie for 9 years now. Due to circumstances that I no longer want to talk about on my channel. So, quick question: do you remember the 3 questions?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can answer them in any order that you want.
Well, I think I remember them. One of them's, did I buy any Lego this week?
Yeah.
No. The only thing I bought this week was a poo.
Thank you. Come again.
To finish my Simpsons minifigures. What was the other questions?
How's your week gone?
Not too bad. I've been busy taking down the city right now. Trying to get it redone because I want to rebuild it. So, and then what was the other question?
I think you just gave 2 for 1 because I'd imagine any news about your social media or your Lego collection has to do with your Lego city.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's just my Lego city. Everything's like just everywhere at the moment.
Yeah, so I'm just reorganizing myself back in my room. Yeah, so just pardon all that. So I'll get into the rhythm of this eventually. But do you? So like I know enough about you, and some people in the audience might know enough about you, but do you want to give your I'll let you give your Lego life story in 60 seconds or less.
Okay, my Lego life story was I started Lego with my brother. He first got me into Lego. But I started Lego on YouTube a long time ago. With Bricksmith. I found him on YouTube and I was able to find you, Mail, as well in other YouTubers that I won't mention. Yeah, and then I kind of went in a dark phase. And then I came back. And I got this YouTube channel because I used to have my old YouTube channel, which had like 500 subscribers. But something happened to that account, so I had to get a new account. So.
Well, that sounds something similar to what I did. So, is that old abandoned account still searchable?
No.
So you think YouTube erased it?
Yeah.
Maybe it was one of those. Maybe it was part of the YouTube channel purge, where if you're inactive on a certain channel, they erase it to give someone access to that handle.
I think it was, but it was a shame because I had like 500 odd subscribers then.
Yeah. So you had to build from the ground up again.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, because like I remember, so I'm just losing my train of thought. It's so early in the morning. Anyway, so you are from Scotland.
Yep.
Yeah, and so like some people don't, some people might not know that, and there aren't as many Lego options up there as what there is in southern parts of the United Kingdom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's not. We don't really have Lego stores around. The closest one is basically Glasgow and Edinburgh.
Yeah, because those would be the hot. Those would be the hot spots for retail in Scotland. Yeah, because honestly, I've when I get my trains back up and running again, I want to make a porta potty and build it next to the train tracks, so I can call it the worst toilet in so I can call it the worst toilet in Scotland. Anyway, do you remember when you started building Lego?
Oh, I started when I was like 10, and I'm now like 27.
Okay, so that means, so if you're 27 and I'm going to be 24 in 10 days, that means you were born in 1998?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Yes, so you were born in 1998. So you were born, so you would have been, you would have been at an age when most people start collecting Lego, when Lego was in the middle of a bankruptcy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
I would say so.
because you started collecting Lego when Lego got good again, you don't have any memories of those bankruptcy era sets.
No.
Yeah, because I started collecting Lego in 2005.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember when they made the switch from the 4th generation to the 5th generation road base plates, the dark bluish grey ones. And because I inherited vintage Lego from my brother, who was born 13 years before you were, I tell this story. I came home one day with the with these 5th gen roads that my parents bought me, and I was like, what the heck, this isn't compatible with the 1st gen. And so that's when I became a devout vintage Lego. That's another conversation. So you started collecting Lego when Lego got good again.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Nice.
I remember the city themes when they were really good.
Yeah, because back then, that was when Lego City was in its infancy. But by 2008, Lego City knew what they were doing in a way that they didn't really know what they were doing with the city center theme or the world city theme. Because so that means we started collecting Lego in the Lego City era. I've actually done one-on-one hangouts with people who started collecting Lego during the bankruptcy era, and I was like, oh, that was a bad time to start collecting Lego. So we both avoided all of that. What is your favorite set of all time?
Oh, I would have to say, like, I love the modulars. So everyone knows that I love the modulars. So I would have to say the Palace Cinema.
Really, the Palace Cinema, because for a while there, the one that came afterwards, the Parisian Restaurant, because your favorite, the Palace Cinema, was 2013. For the longest time, my favorite Parisian Restaurant, the year afterwards, in 2014, that was my favorite. But I think the eclectic details of the Two-Door Corner has now dethroned that for me. But I'm not sure if you remember, that was the year before the Lego Movie came out, and when the Lego Movie came out, there was somewhere where you could get where you could get stickers for the Lego Movie poster to put into the Palace
That's
Cinema.
right, yeah.
Yeah. Hello, Lego Builder. Hope you have a good time at church today. And also, hello, Silent Mode. Hope you're hope you're enjoying the day with your family. Well, that's YouTube's decision. You just got a new subscriber.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, I could, Johnny. That's YouTube for you. That's YouTube for you. When I do these one-on-one hangouts, I always have a lot of standard questions for our guests. So, so the Palace Cinema. I still remember when the Brick Show reviewed the Palace Cinema, reviewed the Palace Cinema, and I thought that was so cool. It came with the red base plate, like the red carpet.
Yeah, I like that as well. Although I'm gonna switch them all for Mills plates.
Yeah, because you were saying that you're trying to switch your city to the Mills.
Mm-hmm.
So, what was your decision behind that?
It was mostly just watching people on YouTube. Like,
So,
the Mills is so much easier to move buildings.
So, inspiration from contemporary city builders.
Hey, Cliffy.
Inspiration. Oh, wait, that's the wrong word. Yeah. So, yeah, because like that was kind of a turning point, the mid 2010s, because of the Lego Movie, which I think was one of the most influential years, because you got 2014. I can think of 1978 and 1958. Think throw in there 1943. That was one of the influential years. And Lego was making really good sets back in 2013 when the Palace Cinema came out. Anyway, do you have a favorite minifigure of all time?
I would say I'm looking at my minifigures right now. Probably, I know it's Looney Tunes, but Bugs Bunny.
Is that from one of the CMF series? Nice. There were a lot of good figures in there. I think they had the Road Runner. I think they had Wile E. Coyote. I think they had Speedy Gonzalez in that series.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like that was an interesting time for the CMFs. I don't think anyone back then expected that we'd get something like that.
Sorry.
Because that was at the same time as the Muppets. I don't think people expected we'd ever get the Muppets either. But that's the power of Lego, hey?
Yeah, I've got some of the Muppets. I don't think I have all of them. Some of them are really expensive now.
Yeah, well, that's what happens with the minifig collectors in the aftermarket. Because as I've said before in various places, those minifigure collectors who sell in the aftermarket, they just invent their prices. So do you remember your first Lego set?
Yeah, I do. It was the 2011 police station, I think.
2011 police station. That was my first police station. So as we always do, we like to go and get the pictures of the first sets that my guests remember. So we're going to go to Brickset to get this. And it's the 2011 police station. That came with 2 base plates, had the divided road and a 16x32.
Yep,
there
that
it
was
is.
the one.
That, because I remember in the catalogue seeing the 2008 police station and thinking that was so cool. And then since I thought that was so cool, when I saw this in the 2011 catalogue, I wanted this for Christmas or my birthday or whatever.
That's when I felt they were doing a really good job with the police and fire.
Yeah, because in my opinion, this is the best police station that they ever did.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Lego set 7498 police station, part of the Lego City theme, had 783 pieces, 6 minifigs, retailed for $100 back then. And in used condition, has only gone up by $17.
Wow.
So yeah, so you see there's the divided roads that make up the garage. And something that I wish we'd see more of is that green brush bush that's sitting behind that street that's sitting behind that street lamp. It's nice to get those little bits of foliage in a city set. And also with the way that they had the jails above the garages.
Yeah, I like that as well.
Which is a feature that they used with the 2014 police station, which I didn't like the color scheme of that as much. Because I think this is the perfect blend of the black, white, and blue.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the older sets didn't have enough of the blue, and a lot of police sets nowadays don't have enough of the black.
Would you say that would go with your vintage?
I'd probably be more inclined to go with the black and white. But if you want an international appeal, the blue and white color scheme works better. But I feel like with architecture of the police buildings nowadays, not having the black in there just makes it look a little bit too colorful. And not enough like a concrete jungle. Yeah. So it's good that I'm doing a hangout with someone who I can share an experience with. Anyway, so that was that. So what inspired you to make your YouTube channel?
It was actually just the YouTube community, like yourself, people at that time that I knew, like Bricksmith and Haley Bricks, Hooser, all those ones that were live streaming at the time. I wanted to make a YouTube channel,
Yeah. And now the streaming community has only grown since then. Because here we are.
Well, I wouldn't have met Cliff and Seth and all that without you, so.
and I wouldn't have known about Cliff if it wasn't for Yeti. I wouldn't have known about Yeti if it wasn't for Briggsar. I wouldn't have known about Briggsar if it wasn't for the YouTube. If it wasn't for YouTube recommendations back in 2013. So there's just such a big friendship tree within the Lego community. Because because eventually you get to know over 500 people, and then one of those 500 people ends up becoming a friend of 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 a friend. And that's the power of networking, folks. Yeah, so what is your favorite theme?
Obviously Lego City, but I also have I also like the theme Lego Friends. I've actually gotten into that more.
Yeah, because I'm at a point where I'm probably more likely to buy a friend set than a city set these days because of the trajectory of those two things. Like I just got done building the Friends Sports Center.
Oh, is that a good set?
It was a set that got gifted to us exhibitors at Bricktastic. And I was happy that out of all Friends sets, that was what they gifted us for two reasons. One, I'm biased. I like sports. And two, it's a building that has useful window panels.
Mm.
Because 1 year after the set, 1 year after the year when your favorite set of all time came out. No, I'm getting my wires crossed. The 2011 Police Station was your first set, right?
Mm-hmm.
So actually, I'm going to do a backtrack there. So you started collecting Lego in 2008. So does that mean you just grew up with a bunch of bulk, basic
Yeah,
bricks or something?
bulk, yeah.
Yeah, because that's how I got started with Lego. I mainly inherited a whole bunch of bulk with a few Blacktron and Ice
Mhm.
Planet sets sprinkled in there. So yeah, I'm kind of going all over the place. So if that was your first set, what's your favorite set of all time?
Favorite set of all time. I don't have it anymore, but the Emerald Knight.
Yeah, that's a set that a lot of people want, but they can't get because of those dark green.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Yeah, a tragic story. I had it in. We lived in a flat and had a loft, and I lost it in the loft.
yeah, so I'm going back to where I was. Yeah, so
Mhm.
yeah, so 2012, the year after 2011, that's when the Friends theme came out. I
Mhm.
remember the Brick Show reviewing the Lego Friends City Park Cafe, and I was like, "Shut up and take my money."
Mhm.
And then 3 years, and then 2 years later, I saw Jane Bricks reviewing the Heart Lake City Mall, and I was like, "Shut up and take my money." And then the year after that, Jane Bricks reviewed the Grand Hotel. I was like, "Shut up and take my money."
Mhm.
Yeah. So for those playing along at home, the 3 sets we can attach to Miss Ambie is the 2011 Police Station, the 2009 Emerald Night Train, and the 2013 Apple Cinema Modular.
Mhm.
Yeah. In terms of favorite sets of all time, favorite demodulars, which became an unintentional question, and first set. Yeah, so like that whole era, I want to say that Lego was on top of their game
Oh yeah.
when the world was in a slump.
Mhm.
Because when the whole world was suffering from the global financial crisis and trying to recover from the global financial crisis, Lego was
Mhm.
putting pedal to the metal because they avoided a bankruptcy. So ironically, when the rest of the world was crap, Lego was on top of the world. Such a
It
special
was.
era.
Yeah, I would say so.
Such a special era. I miss those days. And then the Lego movie changed everything for better
Mhm.
and for worse. Johnny says, "What about that giant friend's house?" You're talking about the Andreas mansion. Well, since we just passed 975 subscribers today, I am no longer going to pursue doing a collaboration with Adora Build because I gave myself an ultimatum a while ago. If she can't get herself up to speed by the time I get to then I'm not going to worry about it anymore. So
Mhm.
when I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to build Andrea's mansion with or without her.
That would be good.
Yeah, because like when I saw Jane reviewing Andre's mansion, I was like, "Oh my god, this architecture is so good."
Mhm. I actually want that mansion, but I don't know where I'd put it.
Wait, so you own it?
No, I want it.
Oh, you want it?
Mhm.
Yeah, because it's I think it's the most expensive Friends set ever,
Mm-hmm.
which means that it's going to be a struggle for some Friends collectors to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Silent also wants Andrea's Mansion. I think a lot of people want Andrea's Mansion. Yeah. So I might have an idea when I ask this, but what is your favorite year for Lego?
Probably 2011, 2012.
So
Mhm.
if you could pick between one of those years, which would you pick?
Probably 2011.
2011.
Mm-hmm.
2011 was when I went really hard into Lego City. 2011 is when I got really into Lego Trains. 2011 was a really good year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Apparently Johnny wants to live in Andre's mansion and for it to be on your shelf.
Put it on my shelf. Yeah, I could do.
I think when you do buy it, you'd be more inclined to put it on a Mills plate in your city.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to think of any of the basics. Yeah. So yeah. Well. Yeah. I think I've covered all of the basics. So Silent asks, why 2011?
Just the city wave for me was like the best. I bought most of those sets back in 2011. I wish City would kind of go back to their roots, but I don't think they will. So
Yeah. Because I think the scale of vehicles was a lot better back then. I can't stand when a regular passenger car is 6 studs wide, and I can't stand when commercial vehicles are 8 studs wide.
yeah, and then the Formula One. I like Formula One, but it's just not something I thought City would do. So
Yeah, because I think that they're kind of awkwardly trying to do what they did in the past with the Lego Town race sub theme, because some of my favorite Lego Town sets have to do with racing, like the Victory Lap Raceway from 1988, the Victory Cup races from 1993, the I think it's the Fast Track. It's the Indy Transport from 1995. The Fast Track Finish from 1996. That was a special era, but that was back when everything was 4 studs wide. The Indy, the tractor trailer from the Victory Cup races. That was one of the first vehicles to have a 5 stud wide build. And then with the Indy Transport 2 years later, that also had a 5 stud wide build. When we started collecting Lego, those types of vehicles went to 6 wide. Because I remember a year before your favorite year, Lego City came out with the Lego City truck, and that was my Lego branded truck.
yeah.
And these days, a lot of people went hard on the Lego City delivery truck that came out last year, and a similar style. What they did with that Formula One auto hauler. That's an 8 stud wide, a big rig, and I think a 10 stud wide trailer.
To answer your question, Johnny G, I did buy the delivery truck, and
Yeah.
I bought the camper van.
I think is that an 8 wide camper? I can't remember correctly.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So from when Miss Ambie and myself started collecting Lego City. 15 years before that, no, sorry, people from 15 years before that would have been like, oh my god, Lego is getting ridiculously big.
Mhm.
And now, with how the Lego City theme has evolved, Miss Ambie and I are at a position where we can say, Lego City is getting ridiculously big.
Mhm.
So over the course of 40 years, the scale just keeps going up, and in my opinion, it's just not Lego.
Yeah, it's not. The harbour did look good, Johnny G, but I didn't want to pay that amount for it. It was
I
like
remember,
£100.
I had a lay-by for the 2011 harbour, but then I had second thoughts, and I was like, you know what? I don't need this,
Mm-hmm.
because there were other sets that came out at the time that I wanted more, and I don't regret not buying the harbour, because when I go back and look at that 2011 harbour, when you remove the ship from the equation,
Mm-hmm.
it is kind of bare bones.
Yeah, I would say so.
Like the harbour from the 2006 harbour, like the quay, the dock, the berths, the pier. That's more substantial because it used those specialized roads
Mm-hmm.
that had slightly elevated to make it look like you could put over the water, and the crane was bigger
Mm-hmm.
because it was built to lift up shipping containers, while the crane in the 2011 harbour had the clamshell bucket because it was meant to scoop the grain
Mm.
in and out of the ship. And I think if that had been a cargo container ship rather than a bulk commodity ship,
Mm-hmm.
I would have been more happy with it, because we got that newer set that sorry, we got that newer harbour set last year.
Yeah, we did. Mm-hmm.
With the stevedore crane, which is a throwback to the stevedore crane in the launch and load seaport from 1991, and it's not as good because it doesn't have as much articulation. And so I was really disappointed when I saw Alex Nunes and Jane Bricks reviewing that. I was like, from the pictures it looks good, but it's just not as playable. And how they tried to tack on that awkward kind of beachside boardwalk scene. It was like they half-assed both concepts and mashed it into one. They should have been their own separate sets, in my opinion.
Yeah, it should have been.
Because why would you want to take a stroll on the beach next to a dirty polluting harbour?
Yeah, true.
Like that's not ideal. Like when you build a city, you're not going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I'm not sure about your plans for your city, but I kind of don't have anywhere else for them to go.
No, I don't either.
Because like I have a beach and a harbour, and they shared the same water.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I'm trying to have a little marina to separate the two, where you can park some speedboats just to make it look more natural.
How's your city coming, anyways?
My city's in a complete mess because I've been using the table as a catch-all for all of my projects, and I still haven't unpacked a lot of it from moving house twice in the past 18 months.
Yeah.
It really sucks. Yeah, so like I'm telling myself I need to get a city update out the day after my birthday. Otherwise, I'm going to feel really guilty about yourself. The same guilt that you've been feeling, that you've expressed publicly about your city.
Mm-hmm.
because like it's not a good feeling, is it?
No, it's not. It's really not.
Because it's just like we as city builders, you want to be doing stuff, but sometimes life just gets in the way.
Oh yeah, it does. It really does.
I'm never doing that again. Because I didn't have tables back then that were suitable. Now I have tables that's suitable. I'm not sure which table system you use.
I just use ones from IKEA.
Yeah, so do you use the pre-built Linmon tables?
Mhm.
Yeah, because I use pieces from IKEA. So I use the Linmon tabletops,
Mhm.
but I use the olive table legs.
Oh,
The
okay.
reason I use the olive table legs is because they're adjustable, and so if I extend them to a height of 95 centimeters, I can fit a stack of 2 of my storage drawer units to go underneath, because the height of those 2 stacked on top of each other is 94 centimeters. So I had to spend an extra $7.50 or whatever to get the adjustable table legs just to make that fit, and that adds up in cost when I'm
Oh
trying
yeah.
to get that adds up in cost when I'm trying to get 9 tables all connected. It really sucks.
Are
But like
you ending about 11?
what?
Will you be ending about 11 my time?
I'm not sure I understand the question.
Like, when are you ending stream?
Oh yeah, I'm ending the stream when we run out of things to talk about.
Oh, okay, because I'm getting tired.
Yeah, because well, it seems like we were able to communicate a lot of our things pretty short and sweetly. So I think to kind of cap off this conversation, building Lego cities is a struggle.
It is.
It 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 really is, because like you're struggling, I'm struggling. I'm watching people who have gone over a month without an update because they're struggling. It's a bitch.
It is. It really is.
Yeah. Yeah. So like the reason we got onto that tangent is because we're both sharing that same experience. And now we're at the point where now we'll just talk about whatever. This is the spitballing part of the stream. So is there anything that you want to talk about?
I don't mind. I am getting tired because it's like usually I'm in bed by now.
Yeah. Because trying to think of it. This is the latest I've done a one-on-one hangout in someone's respective time in someone's respective time zone.
Yeah, when Cliffy's streaming, he's like 2 a.m. for me.
Yeah. Actually, no, sorry. No, sorry, you're the second latest, because I did do an interview with Cool Hunlock Bricks, which was 4 a.m. No, sorry, which was 1 a.m. for him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Anyway, let's not get into that. So yeah, so like timing is a real problem for a lot of people.
It can be, time zones suck.
Yeah. And General says, anyways, OL calls. It's been nice. Oh, BBL, not sure I understand that. RC isn't doing anything right now with his city because he's got that landscaping contract. Did you get any hot cross buttons?
I didn't know.
Tables are for junk, floors are for cities. Interesting philosophy.
Interesting, yeah.
And Johnny likes vintage cities the best, which is why my city is a city that should be watched.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna end the stream in a short while.
Mm-hmm.
So is there anything that we can expect on your channel in the coming months?
In the coming months, it'll be my city. It'll be showing the empty space and then hopefully ideas of what I'm going to do for the city.
Yeah, Go for Bob had an awesome city too, but he stopped uploading city updates a while ago. Go for Bob is also someone I knew from the Miss Ambie Johnny G era.
I don't think I remember Go for Bob.
I went back and watched Go for Bob's old stuff after he was on some streams, and he had, and one of his tables is devoted to vintage Lego, which I enjoy. He even has the highway construction set from the year 2000 that has those that has those really cool road pieces for making bridges. Yeah, so you said that you're transitioning to the Mills system. How are you going to build your roads in Mills? Because there's a few different ways to build Mills roads.
I build them in the middle, so I'm using the new road plates.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are doing.
And then I have like a side bits for like the actual sidewalks.
Yeah, so how wide are you going to make your sidewalks?
I think they're like 3 studs wide, 4 studs wide. Yeah.
Yeah, because I also try to make my stuff 4 studs wide. Because when I use the first generation base plates, I get my jumpers to protrude over the green line on the road, so I can give myself extra room, which gives me 6 studs of a depth for buildings on the edge of the base plate. Yeah, because there's a few different ways to build a Mills road, and I think what you're thinking about doing is the way that most people build their Mills roads. So if you're going to move over to the Mills system, are you going to have any areas of your city where you utilize the depth of Mills?
Yeah, I've got one already where I've got a park mock and I've got like a river. So I've used the depth of it.
Yeah, so you're going to rebuild that park so that you can have the pond indented into the ground.
Yeah.
That's nice. Because that's the way Mills should be used. Use the full depth. And I've seen some people with Mills who have side views of their Mills plates exposed. They build in little sewage systems, but only the most complicated people do that. Some people use the Mills so that they can use storage batteries for their light kits to power lights in their city. Hey, Brick Babe TV.
Oh, hello.
Good to see you here.
Good
not
to see you.
not sure if you know Brick Babe, but we start these streams every Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern. If you want to come back again, we're going to be wrapping up this broadcast in 15 minutes. But we're gonna let Miss Ambie go to bed sometime soon.
Yeah, I'm getting tired.
Yeah. So can we get a quick peek of what you're doing in your city before we say goodnight?
Yep. The only thing I'm doing right now, how should I? Let's see. Is just taking everything down.
Yeah, can see some of the buildings on your table that you're trying to reorganize.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, because right now it's 5:45 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah,
And
this is the park.
oh, that looks nice. I'm
Mall.
gonna let's put that on the full screen.
So, not sure if we show it this way.
Nice.
So, I'm working on this in the city right now.
And
yeah,
it looked like
everything's
you
coming
even,
down.
and it looked like you even got some terraforming into that park.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And for those who don't know, terraforming, that's a Minecraft term.
Yeah, even I knew that.
Yeah, because you play on a Bedrock server.
I do. Mm-hmm.
I host a Java server. So if anyone ever wants to pledge to me on Patreon, one of the benefits of doing that is you can get access to my server.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah, so you've got a lot of things to do with your city. I've got a lot of stuff to do with my city. I'm sure that we'll both be busy in the coming months.
Yep.
So before we say goodnight, do you have any final thoughts?
Keep on building, everyone. Don't give up on Lego. It's always going to be there. And yeah, keep yourself safe as well, and have a good time with it.
Yeah. Johnny says, does Miss Ambie see her city as a British city?
No, I just see it as a city. It's not. It doesn't matter what it is, because I've got skyscrapers. I've got the Daily Bugle in there, so it doesn't have to be British.
Anyway, to get more, to get a bigger dose of Miss Ambie, you can go use the links for her YouTube and her Instagram in the description below.
Mm-hmm.
This has been the one-on-one hangout part of this kind of hodgepodge stream. Thank you for scheduling this.
Mm-hmm.
It was good to do this one-on-one hangout with you.
Yeah, thank you. Good night, everyone.
Good night, and see ya. And see you around in the Lego community.
See you around. Bye.
Bye. Anyway, it's just me, so I'm gonna spitball for the next 11 minutes now. So I'm gonna talk about some things that's personal to me now. So my birthday is on the 30th of April. So I'm gonna aim to upload a city update on the 1st of May in our country, which in the US will be the 30th of April. So that's going to be an April city update. And then that's going to be after all of the other videos that I've scheduled. So I've scheduled some more videos about my Lego minifigure habitats. I've scheduled some more videos about vintage Lego. And on my live streams and other people's live streams, going to be doing what I'm going to be building the Blacktron Cruiser. So not the Blacktron Cruiser, the Blacktron Renegade. So I'm going to go find pictures of the Blacktron Renegade. Blacktron Renegade, because for those who don't remember, I bought 2 of the Blacktron Renegades because there's the main build, but also on the back of the box they have images for alternate builds. And because I wanted to get certain GWPs and they had certain promos for other stuff, I thought to myself, you know what? Maybe I should buy an extra one of these. So I decided to buy an extra one of these. And just seeing some people doing their own content with the alternate builds for the Blacktron Renegade got me thinking, you know what? I should try do the same thing. So I'm going to start by building the main build, and probably after my 24th birthday celebrations are over, I'm going to be opening my duplicate to build the alternate builds. The alternate builds, I believe the instructions for them are Lego.com exclusives. So I'm not sure if they're down here somewhere. Yes, because if I scroll down here, they have the picture of the walker and this robot right here, and also this cargo rover thing. So they have the years 1987 and 2025. That's the original. This is the new version. The original from 1987, the neoclassic version in 2025. And in those videos, you can see the comparisons. The old one uses the Technic connections, and the new one uses the clip connections. And I've seen people debate the effectiveness of either or of those. And as they always like to highlight in this material, the Triforce, which looks like the Zelda logo. So yeah, I can't wait to build this. And they have this thing here, rebuild it. And it's a try it now. And it's in the Lego Builder app. So I believe the instructions for rebuilding this are in the Lego Builder app. So I think there's a way I can download the app. I can download the app onto my Mac. Oh, actually no, it's only for the iPhone and the iPad. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to how to do that. So I'm gonna be up in the air about that. But I'm gonna enjoy this build, the main build, because I grew up collecting Blacktron 2, but I don't have anything from Blacktron 1. So it'll be a different experience, not just with the minifigs, but also the colors and the build style. Because there was, even though they recycled a lot of the builds from Blacktron 1 into Blacktron 2, there were some slight differences that I think will give me a different experience when I go to build it. And I'm not sure what just happened there. I got into a different tab. So anyway, that's what you can expect for me to do on my live streams. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for my May the 4th be with you. I'm going to try and make a Lego Star Wars mock for May the 4th be with you. I want to start building the slums of Coruscant. So maybe I can premiere starting to build this some modules for the slums of Coruscant during the events of May the 4th be with you. Because I'm going to Google Star Wars slums of Coruscant. And we're going to just quickly glance over some things from Google. So under Wikipedia, it says slum district G17 was an area of the Coruscant underworld that contained, among other things, the Spider Arms Hostel, several cabarets, at least 2 noodle bar diners, Shaders trippings, Galaxy Noodles, a massage parlor, a gangster hangout, a gun market, and a bar in which Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker apprehended the Republic requiring criminal car affair. That's what Wikipedia brings up when you search for the slums of Coruscant. And so I want to see if they have a gallery for this. Doesn't look like they have a gallery, but if I come out and I go to Google Images, this is what the slums of Coruscant looks like. No, sorry, let me go back. So I could get full screens on this stuff. Let's see this very quickly. See if we see. There we go. Nice full screen. That's the kind of architecture you see in the slums of Coruscant. And that's what I want to try and emulate when I build Lego slums of Coruscant. I want to build a small little section of the slums into the side of my mountain. And I want to build that near... Well, I want to incorporate some of the slums of Coruscant into what will be the Herman's Grove suburb of my city, which will be adjacent to the Paradisa Hills suburb of my Lego city, of which Paradisa Hills will be my take on the Beverly Hills and the Hollywood Hills in the city of Los Angeles, California. So that's going to be my little spin, and I think that'll be fun to build. So yeah, that's everything that we wanted to communicate. Had a good time chatting with JDP and X-Knight Xerox. Was good for him to make his debut on the Transocean stream. It was good to do that one-on-one hangout with Miss Ambie, learn a little bit more than what you guys might not have known. No, sorry, learn a little bit more than what you guys already knew. And I definitely learned a thing or two as well. Very much in my era, in my zone. So really, that's everything I wanted to say. I'm gonna probably go watch some Lego YouTube before the Lakers game, game 1 of the NBA playoffs for us starts today. And as you saw previously in the stream, I'm wearing a Lakers t-shirt. So go Lakers. We're going to party till the early morn. When the Lakers bring the trophy home, we got that California purple gold, and fuck them Lakers haters because we're down with the greatest. Anyway, so I hope everyone had a fun time today. This was very much a hodgepodge stream because we intertwined with we kind of stitched 2 streams together into a combo stream. A bunch of our usual suspects had plans with their family, so I hope that they have a happy Easter. I hope that you guys have a happy Easter. If you're in the replay gang, let me know if you had a happy Easter. Hope everyone has a good time this weekend. Today is Easter Sunday for me, so I'm going to do my own thing this Easter Sunday. So, thank you for watching this live stream. It is appreciated. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Tomorrow's upload will be another installment of my Lego minifigure habitat series. So you can look forward to that. So thank you for watching this live stream, and I'll see you in the next live stream, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye, guys.